Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Hope everyone is having a fantastic week. This video will quickly transition into the Raptor, but before we jump into that, I wanted to do a little something for Corvette Squad on the channel and do a quick and easy mod that I talked about in my last video that I did on the C8. It's actually one of the nicest days that we had in this entire month so far, and I couldn't resist not taking the C8 out. It's about 46 degrees, so it is a little bit chilly, but if you throw the hat on, throw the hoodie on, and you just take the C8 out, it's really nice day for it. I apologize for the wind. There is a nor'easter coming out from the ocean side coming in, so we are expecting about a foot of snow sometime around this time tomorrow. So it is amazing how quickly the weather changes around here, but today is a nice day, so it makes sense to take the C8 out and just kind of enjoy it. Oddly enough, just last week my doctor told me that I'm a little low on vitamin D, probably because I've been working inside so much and working for crazy amount of hours over the last couple months. Obviously you guys can see the reward at the end of all the hard work right here. But the first thing that I did when I left the doctor's office was take the top off, because why not? That's the best way to get vitamin D. You get some nice sun exposure, get a little bit more sun in your life. And so honestly, at this point, this car is a medical necessity for me. I should probably be filing a health insurance claim to have them pay for the car, because I do genuinely need it for medical purposes. Today's video is going to be about the Raptor, but before we do that, I wanted to talk about the AGM Frunk Blocker plate. It is genuinely a really high quality and well-crafted product. It's a very thick plastic, almost a hard ABS plastic, but it's really well put together, and it does a really good job of effectively servicing the function of what we want to do with the C8 Corvette and this product. It shouldn't take more than a couple minutes to install this. There are a couple conflicting things that I've heard about since I talked about this in the last video on whether it's a 1 press or a 2 press, but when it's in park or when it's off, you can hear that latch trigger. Anything under 30 miles is definitely 1 click. If it's over 30 miles, the question is if it's a 2 click or a 1 click. And either or, I think if you have a lot of luggage, because it is a mid-engine, you're going to be using this area a lot more than you think. Especially for groceries, because it doesn't get warm in here like it does in the rear storage compartment. And so this little product, as easy as it is to install, you basically want to open up this plate and just slide it in. It's a little bit easier with 2 hands, but just like that, it's in, it's snug, it's protected, and now you don't have to worry about anything actually pressing that button. Because the plastic is a very high quality thickness, you can't press the button through it, and you would have to pull this out to effectively hit that button. And just like that, this mod is done. I actually had this switch installed, but somebody approached me at a car show and offered me a little bit more than what I paid for it to just take it on the spot. I told him you can order it from AGM yourself for $45, but he just wanted it, and for an extra $15 over what I paid, who am I to stop this guy from getting what he wants? And so I took 60 bucks and ordered myself a new one. Unfortunately, for the last video, I didn't get it in time because UPS is a little behind with their shipping right now. But I thought in this video I'd just start out by installing this real quick before we jump over to the Raptor. It is super windy outside right now, so hopefully the audio is coming through, but I do want to take a second to give a huge shout out to my man Will Motivation for hooking me up with some merch for his brand right there. If you guys haven't seen his channel, definitely check it out. If you guys haven't already, definitely go ahead and check out his channel. A lot of really great content. He just picked up a Ferrari and took delivery of a Ram TRX. He's got a really couple cool Lambos parked in the garage. He got rid of his Aventador, but he still has the supercharged Huracan, so definitely check him out. A really cool dude. Thank you, Will, for hooking me up with some merch. So a huge shout out and thanks to him. And without further ado, let's hop over to the Raptor and get into the crux of what today's video is. So here we are with the Ford F-150 Raptor. Thankfully the wind has died down a little bit so we can do this video and hopefully not have too many audio issues. The intent of this video is basically to find out what happens if you press the tailgate release button while driving a Ford F-150. This would probably apply to the Super Duties as well, because they all share the same body control module between the trucks. And I know you're probably wondering, like, hey, these are really silly videos, but the intent of this is really just to find out what happens if you try various odds and end things with either the C8 Corvette, the Raptor. I'm looking forward to taking delivery of another truck really soon, and sometimes you never know, these videos could be a massive hit. They could go viral and it could get a lot of views and attention to the channel. I'll throw a picture up on the screen. I haven't shied away from putting the Raptor to work. My motto with anything that I really purchase is that if it has a pickup truck bed on it, I'm gonna put it to work one way or the other. Obviously, I'm not going to be reckless with it. This thing isn't designed to fifth wheel anything or plow anything, but it's got a bed on it, and I've sometimes put a lot of weight into it. A couple times I've actually exceeded the max payload capacity and the truck has handled it like a champ. I have always wondered that what happens if I have a big load in the back. Let's say I'm hauling, like you saw in the picture, something on a pallet that might be heavy. If I'm maxing out the payload capacity with some aggregate like stone, mulch, loam, or I just have some really oddly shaped large object like Nathan Trainer in the back of the truck, what happens if I accidentally hit the key fob in my pocket and the tailgate opens up? Does my stuff fall out of the back of the truck? Especially if you're driving down the highway, that could end up being a really big safety issue. And if you're familiar with the Fords, or you've seen my other video about the C8, when you press the power button on a Ford vehicle under a certain speed limit, it just immediately shuts off. And when you're going a higher rate of speed, it prevents you from shutting the vehicle down by pressing the power button. And so I'm trying to find out in today's video if there's a similar safety feature for the tailgate release to prevent it from effectively opening while you have a load or something in the back that could fall out. And so just to give everyone an idea of what we're doing here, I have the tonneau cover folded up, Ford OEM tonneau cover. I am going to have a camera, a second camera mounted right up onto the moonroof you guys can see up here. That's going to give you guys an angle of the bed as it drops, or if it doesn't drop. We'll find out together. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to basically put the truck in drive and then press the tailgate release button to see if it does something while it's in gear. So let's go ahead and put it in drive. When you press the button, as you guys saw right there, the tailgate did drop down. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to want to get it to a little bit higher of a speed and see if the same thing happens. Oh, this truck just pulls. Because now that we're going about 40 miles an hour on this back road, we're basically going to go ahead and press the button again and see if the tailgate releases. Oh, would you look at that? Nothing. So basically, if you're going any over a certain speed limit, it looks like it's going to be lined up with the 15 mile per hour demarker that basically shuts off. Wow, you guys just saw that. That was... wow, I caught that on camera. That guy almost caused a car accident. That was not a four-way stop sign. Oh man, I had the right of way. Thank God I hit the brakes in time. That guy was an idiot. That guy just got under my skin. It kind of ruined the moment for me, but basically we just avoided a massive accident because we were a little bit vigilant. That's unfortunately the nature of the game of driving. Sometimes you might not even be the one to make the mistake, but you could have a very bad car accident, and a Ford F-150 Raptor T-boning a Ford Super Duty probably wouldn't have ended well for either vehicles. And so it is what it is, but the heart of this video is basically when you are driving, if you press the tailgate release button, there is something built into the truck that's going to prevent from the tailgate from just opening. But as you guys saw earlier, if it is in gear and you're not moving, or if you're going a couple miles an hour, then what ends up happening is the tailgate does in fact open up. But once you cross over a certain mile limit, it looks to be right around 15. The tailgate definitely does not open up, which means that you are protected if you accidentally, whether the fob is in your pocket, it's being played around with in the back seat, you have kids, somebody ends up pressing it by accident, then you don't have to worry about the tailgate opening up. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. If you haven't already, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. I promise there's a lot of fun and cool content to come. And as always, I thank you again for watching and I appreciate it. And until the very next video, I will see you all in the comment section below.